What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual life coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, in one of my videos last week, I barely scratched the surface on the ascension symptoms that the collective consciousness is going through right now as the massive light influx is hitting the planet, forcing our physical bodies to increase their light capacity. Now, some of the ascension symptoms that we discussed last week are feeling fatigued, feeling drained, sluggish, tired, irrational fear, and or anxiety. And I'll link that video at the end of this video as well as in the description below so you can check that out. But as our physical bodies adjust and recalibrate to that light influx so that they can hold more light, there are a lot of other ascension symptoms that we haven't discussed yet, many of which are more on the etheric side or the spiritual side, which could also be labeled as spiritual awakening signs. So this starts to get real interesting real quick. So let's get into this discussion right now. Let's go. Before we get into the video, if you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one through Zoom, I've got a couple of different options for you in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And I also want to apologize in advance for any background noise that is coming through. I live on the beach. We've got a crazy windstorm going on, and I will try to edit that out as best as possible, but as they say, the show must go on, so we're going to muscle through this crazy noise going on here. So, common ascension symptoms. Number 1, your third eye opens and activates. Yes, the third eye. Now, even if your third eye has been open for quite some time now, you may have experienced an intensifying of all of your clairs since November or so of last year up to now. So your third eye represents all of your clairs, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance. There's actually more clairs, but you get the point. So your chakras are meridians of energy. And so it would take energy, as in light influx, light downloads, to activate and open those chakras. Now, it's our top 3 chakras that are more aligned with higher consciousness. So it's our throat, third eye, and crown chakras that are going to receive the brunt of that higher vibrational light energy. And when your third eye opens wide and activates, you can experience all kinds of interesting spiritual awakening signs or ascension symptoms, such as when you close your eyes, you get all kinds of cool swirling colors, or maybe there's a color tunnel or pulsating colors. You might start to get visions or premonitions. You might start to see shadow people out of the corners of your eyes. You might start to lucid dream, or you might start astral projecting. And a lot of times this is where people start to see what's known as energetic snow. So it's like looking at one of those old television sets where the snow or the static is on the screen. You see the same thing in your regular environment, but it's colored snow, it's colored static. Now, as your third eye really begins to activate and intensify, you're going to be able to pick up the subtleties in the shifts of energy. So let's say that you have a spirit guide or guides or any entity or any sentient consciousness that is sharing your energetic space. You are now going to be able to pick up on that shift in energy. And you can pick up on it in a myriad of different ways. You might get a bunch of goosebumps, or you might feel it through your energy body, and just your energy body picks up that different shift in energy, and you know that something is around. Or you might get intense heat or intense cold. You might get a cold breeze across your face when all the windows in your house are closed and it's cold outside. Now, this is also when you can start experiencing some of the effects that they have on your physical environment. For example, you could be sitting on your bed and then all of a sudden the bed goes down. There's weight on the bed. Something is sitting on the bed. Or my personal favorite, which happens to me all the time, you're sitting on your couch meditating and the cushions of the couch start to bounce like something's running across it. All very interesting, fun ascension symptoms. Now, so your third eye is your bridge from your physical world to the other side of the veil. So the more open and active your third eye is, the thinner your experience with the other side of the veil is going to be. Now, don't let these ascension symptoms or spiritual awakening signs scare you, Light Fam. We came from the other side of the veil in the first place, okay? So we are all just spirit having a physical simulation for a minute. So these ascension symptoms are really just the effects of our physical world coming into greater vibrational congruence from whence we came, i.e. spirit, higher consciousness, higher dimensions. So it's the denser aspects of our energetic makeup, like our shadow aspects, or any aspect of our physical life that needs to be detoxified and purged, that no longer serves us, that actually anchors us to experience a denser reality. But once we let go of what no longer serves our spirit, then we rise on our path of 5D ascension. Common ascension symptoms number 2, you have an increased level of authenticity. So the purging stage of the ascension process is us releasing more and more of what no longer serves us, as I just mentioned. But we could also say that we're more frequently letting go of what we are not to come into and make room for what we truly are. So the more that you increase your light capacity, that naturally causes you to fear less about dimming your light just to please others or to maintain the status quo. As your light capacity increases, more of the real you begins to shine through. And I can assure you that the real you is most likely not a people pleaser. The real you is not afraid to set and defend your boundaries. The real you is not afraid to challenge any narratives in which you just don't believe, regardless of how intense the peer pressure. So as your light capacity increases, your trust in the universe increases, and it becomes easier for you to speak and live your truth, even if the entire path for you is not yet fully lit. Common ascension symptoms number 3, you feel called to follow your passion. So whether it be a different career or starting your own business or even a particular relationship, even if it's a relationship with yourself, as you decide to leave a relationship that no longer serves you. This ascension symptom is tied pretty closely to authenticity. So maybe you don't feel authentic in your current career, or you don't feel authentic in your current relationship. So as I mentioned earlier, as your light capacity increases, your trust in the universe increases. So just that knowing that the universe has your back may cause you to go after that career or that relationship that does fill your heart with joy and passion. You may all of a sudden be filled with a sense of, I'd rather be alone for a minute to work on my self-love, grow as a person, than to remain in a relationship that is comfortable but stagnant or even toxic. So as your physical body aligns with that higher vibrational timeline that the universe has for you as a potential, you can trust the universe and leave that stagnant career or relationship. Now, question of the day. What ascension symptoms are you experiencing out there, Light Fam? Did I leave something out? Leave those comments below. I would love to hear about your ascension symptoms and your spiritual awakening signs. Remember, if you have a question for me, add me over on Instagram _lightways. And if you are interested in some spiritual life coaching, check the description below. We've got a couple of one-on-one Zoom options for you. Let's see, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next one. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.